Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the test studio. I am hanging out with you for the next hour, chilling in the studio, listening to some sultry tunes, and hopefully answering a bunch of your questions. So if you have a question, feel free to drop it in. If not, I'm gonna work my way through some of the features and the settings here with an Ecamm Live for anyone that's new that's joining me today. I'm rocking out my brand new Ecamm sunglasses. So if you're in a sunny mood and it's sunny where you are or right now like it is here with us in the Boston area, you can swing on over to merch.ecamm.com and grab yourself a pair of Ecamm sunglasses. Maybe I'll even give away a pair of them today for my favorite question. You just never know. But I'll keep them on my head today so that you can see me and be able to ask your questions without it being a little bit weird looking. So it's not that sunny here in the inside space, but they're certainly really fun and I'm loving them. They're like a fun, let's see if I can hold them up close so you can see them. They're like a wood grain and they have our logo there on the side. So certainly my new favorite thing for the summer season. Whoop, let's see if we can get me back. Awesome. Well, welcome to Parker here hanging out with us in the stream. We have Paul. Oh, I broke it. I broke it already, guys. Shake myself around until I come back. We have Paul hanging out. We have Valerie. Valerie in the house. Hello, Valerie. Well, if you have any questions, you can always ask them. Put a Q in front of it. I'll probably catch them even if you don't have a Q in front of it because we're just hanging out today. And hey, you know what? The first thing I'm going to do today is fix this autofocus problem. Hello focus. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, as Paul said, you can check out new sunglasses that just hit the store, maybe like, I don't know, an hour ago or less. Merch.ecamm.com. You can use code ECAMMLIFE, all one word, get 10% off. Or you can hang out and ask me a really great question and I'll give you a pair. Send them right to you. All right, let me get up and see if I can mess with this. I'll be right back. No, it just does not want to play with me today. It's gonna be that kind of day here in the studio. Do do do. Do 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 do. All right, let's see here. Look at this, guys. I also got this different camera set up. Let's swing on over to this camera. And then you can watch me messing with my camera. There we go. Look at that. You know, if you just harass things enough, they tend to work out. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone's streams going? How's your month of May? Are you taking some time to relax, meditate, spend some me time? It's Mental Health Awareness Month, so hopefully you're spending some time for you. I've been doing a bunch of yoga. I've been hanging out with Chocolate Twist Yoga. She's been helping me work out my body and relax my mind. It's been pretty awesome. Yeah, just some good time for myself. So hopefully you guys are doing the same thing. If you're around, actually tomorrow we have Showrunner kicking off at 2 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube, learning all about live selling with the amazing and incredible Stephanie Liu. And then right after, Kali from Chocolate Twist Yoga is going to be doing an entire session all completely geared towards meditation and stretching and yoga and mindfulness. It's a really great time for you to join us if you just want to chill out and hang out and let everything kind of just go a little bit. I think we all need to let some stuff go a little bit. Val's got a great question here. This is a really good question. I actually just finished a blog post earlier today talking through like the various kinds of things that you can have in your kit, thinking about what your overall budget is. That's a great question. So I can answer. I have used Camo, and Camo tends to be my go-to for connecting my phone. I actually have one here. I finally got my backup phone, my chicken phone here in the studio, all connected in. I've used Camo quite a bit and I really enjoy it. I do also have Ecamm by Elgato on my phone. I have never used Filmic Pro, but we have a lot of experts in the community who swear by it. So I think it is a pretty good. I think it comes down to, your personal choice. I don't think any of those are a bad option to go with. Elgato's face cam, which I don't have in the studio with me right now. I kind of wish I did. It's probably better quality than the other webcam that I have rocking my kind of overhead view. The face cam is great. The one thing I will say about it is that when you initially get it and you set it up, it comes on and the first look at it looks like the camera quality is terrible. You're like, what's going on? And you sort of have a moment of wondering what's happening. The face cam and I think almost all of the Elgato products come with an app, and you really do need to make those tweaks and adjustments the first time, and then you're good to go every time that it's connected and you've got it set up. It always looks great. I think it's a pretty powerful and really easy webcam to use. It's got a lot of it's a good size, and it has a lot of functionality where you can bend it forward and back and kind of move it and adjust it. It attaches to just about anything. I think my only two complaints are that it's a little bit off-putting when you first connect it to figure out exactly, where the app is that you have to download and how to make those initial adjustments. And then the only other complaint I would have is that the cable is super short. It feels like it's something definitely not long enough. So you want to get a different, longer cable if you're like me, and you might be shifting it around, or someone else might be grabbing it from different places. Hey, we have Sammy in the house. Hey, Sammy, how's it going? I keep Ken and team next door at Code and Circuit keep taking all of our vintage Macs, so we're down to just this one here hanging above my head. So I'm jealous of your Mac wall. I'll have to figure out a way to get that back, or figure out what else we could do there. Val, you're redoing your studio. Oh yeah, so it sounds like it's time for yoga with Kali, or some deep breathing and stretching. It's always good after doing a bunch of moving around. We have Alec in the house. If you haven't yet, Alec and India did an absolutely incredible job last night talking all about the Stream Deck and the Loop Deck Live. So if you're, mine is, I think my cable is long enough. Oh, I don't want to hold it up. I'll put it next to my face. My Stream Deck is just a really great tool to be able to mess with changing scenes and changing cameras and triggering sound effects and everything in between. So if you're looking to learn more about Stream Deck and Loop Deck Live, they did a really fantastic stream yesterday, and you can catch it on replay right here on YouTube. We have Samantha hanging out with us. We're in a low-key session. Jill, we are this is prime time in parenting mode here in the US, where it's the last, few weeks here of school, and it is nice weather, and sports are, spring sports are in full swing. So it's just, it's been a busy time, but I wanted to jump on and make sure that was here to be able to answer any questions that come up. We can walk through some of the basics of Ecamm if we have any new folks in the house that want to learn more about it. Feel free to throw your questions along. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep chatting and hanging out. We're here in the test studio. Our studio is in Amesbury, Massachusetts. It's a sunny, fairly pretty day out today. Our temperatures have been fluctuating between freezing cold 40s and unbearable heat, but right today it's right nicely in between. We're in the 70s, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Sammy is saying the face cam is a good deal. It is. It's a really fairly strong, powerful webcam, and yeah, $150 is not too bad for just getting started. I'd say, as I said, if you shoot over to ecamm.com/blog, you'll find our blog, and the newest post I just released maybe about an hour ago. I talk through the various kits that we recommend and what's in them. And I would say if you're moving from just starting or trying to get off your built-in webcam and your built-in microphone, the next step up would be one of those phone apps like a Camo or an Ecamm or one of those choices, Filmic Pro. And then the one up after that would be really the Elgato kit. And I highly recommend all of those products. They're a really good starter kit for most people. Great to send to any interview guests or, people that you'll be working with that need to have a kit in their space or in their home office. And that kit does include the face cam, and then their microphone is the Wave 3. And then their light is the key light. They have a few different versions of this as well, but the key light is a great light. I have it at home and really enjoy it. Whether you're using it as a main light or a fill light, it does a really great job. Yeah, Val. So if you're helping a client who wants an easy, super easy setup, that Elgato setup is actually a really good one. Should pull it up here. One sec. Hold. Let me pull up the blog, and I'm super terrible at sharing my screen in the world of Ecamm Live. So let's see if I can do that without All right. Let me do a new scene. Hello. All right. So let me adjust here. You can see my potato cam in the corner. But yeah, this is the blog post that I'm talking about over here. And if you scroll down, you can see. So if you're just getting started, this is a really good starter kit. You're sitting at about $280 US for these items here. So camo, I included in there, as well as the Shure MV5 microphone. I'm looking here. But yeah, next up would be the Elgato key light with the Wave 3 microphone, and then the face cam. And if you were to grab the 3 of those, that would come to about $520 US. So, I mean, it does add up. It's not, it's not cheap to get into some of the pieces of gear and equipment to do video production, as you are all well aware. But I think, in the $500 range, if you're talking to a client to be able to get them to a good quality to be able to produce videos or to come on as guests. And also, I think it gives them a level of confidence that, they have a microphone directly in front of them. They have a camera that they can trust or rely on. I bet you find that they'll be able to use it in a lot of other cases outside of what you're working with them on. You start setting things up, and then they start showing up a lot better in those Zoom meetings or in different places and spaces. It's pretty remarkable. So hopefully that helps. And again, you can kind of see the whole breakdown of 4 different kit options, ranging from a couple $100 up to a couple $1,000 on the blog, on that blog post. Good luck with your client. Hey, Stevie, I was just watching one of your videos recently. I just did a live show, and the mic didn't unmute after the countdown was over. I switched to my main cam scene, and it was still muted. Uh-oh. And it wasn't showing as muted. It was saying that it was unmuted and you were still muted. If that is the case, we've been talking recently about studio diagrams. Do you have a diagram? Are you understanding where your audio is coming from, what kind of microphone you're using, or whether or not you're using a mixer? I would trace that back and do a couple of tests to see if it's Ecamm causing the problem, if it's your microphone causing the problem, if something is muted along the way. If you're using a mixer, is the mixer muted that you're just not seeing in Ecamm? If you've gone through and kind of tested all of those, or you have just a simple USB microphone and there shouldn't be any other reason why it's muted, then you're definitely going to want to send that through to our support team. You'll find them at support.ecamm.com. There's a live chat little orange icon in the right-hand corner. Shoot a note over to them. They can help you troubleshoot and make sure that we get you back up and running. But yeah, if you don't have one, if you have a slightly more complicated system, and by that I mean anything over just a USB microphone, I would highly recommend putting together one of those diagrams. It just helps you figure out where your audio and video feeds are coming from and where they go into, so that you can follow that feedback and be able to do some of that troubleshooting if and when things go wrong. Really help make a big difference here in our space. I'm still working on mine, so when I'm done mine, I will send it over or post it here so that you'll be able to see it and share it. We have one up on the blog as well. You can find in our ultimate guide to live streaming. And I think it's also in the audio guide too, but we have it around. We have Be More Super, the podcast. Hey, Love seeing podcasters here. We're planning right now our own podcast, which we're hoping to launch later this summer. And then we're also going to be a podcast movement. So if you're coming to podcast movement, or you have a podcast and you want to talk through like your podcasting process or what your workflow is like, get in touch with us. We're hoping to build out a lot more workflows and resources for podcasters. So what's your podcast about? Be more super. It sounds exciting. Help me be a better podcaster. I'd always love to listen to that. Paul, yeah, let's hang out. Hit that like button. Make me feel special. Make me feel special. Uh-oh. I didn't get all the question in before I hit enter. Oh no, a hissing sound while live streaming. I'm getting better at audio, although it is one of probably the weaker parts of my skill set. I would say the hissing sound is probably caused by your mic. So what microphone are you using and what's your setup look like? And are you hearing the hissing sound only in Ecamm Live? Or are you hearing it in other instances as well? So do you hear it when you're in a Zoom meeting or recording a QuickTime video or doing a screen share? If you're hearing it everywhere, it's probably coming from your microphone. And it might be a microphone problem, might be a cable problem. So I would just do some troubleshooting. If it's only happening in Ecamm, again, same feedback that I gave to Stevie, you probably want to send that through to the Ecamm support team. You can find them at support.ecamm.com and just hit that icon in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh no, the price on the face cam is going up. Yeah, it's a great webcam. There are lots of other webcams out there. So, certainly if you're not able to get your hands on the face cam, there are other choices. We have a lot of Logitechs here in and around the office. But I think the face cam, it's a good one. It's worth the spend. It's probably, slightly higher than what you would spend on some of the other starter model webcams, but it gives you a lot of control. And, whether it's in the app or also in Ecamm, you can control the camera settings. It's a good thing to be able to work with. This is a good question. Can you play a video in interview mode and out the video between the guests? So when I've tried, there's no audio from the video coming through. Hang on one sec. Can you play a video in interview mode and out the video? Oh, put the video probably between the guests, as when I've tried, there's no audio from the video coming through. So there's audio there's sound coming through the video when you're playing it normally, and you're trying to put it like in its own scene between scenes. So you're changing from like a scene where you're talking with a guest and then you're rolling a video clip and then you're going back to the conversation with the guests. I don't know what you mean necessarily by between guests. Maybe you could help clarify that a little bit, but it should play fine. It depends, whether or not that's an actual video file, or, a GIF or an animated overlay with sound. So it might have to do with how you're uploading it or bringing it in. But if it's a full video file and you're just dragging and dropping it in or adding it as a video overlay, a full screen video overlay, it should be fine. If not, over to support. Sorry to bounce that question back, but give me a little bit more information. I'm happy to try to work my way through. We'll see if I can test that myself. I'm trying to think if I have a video file here on my desktop. I'm sure I probably do. Love Ecamm. Yay. Thanks so much for hanging out. I love it. Yeah, it's great to be able to go all the way up to 4K. The quality is noticeable. People really, notice the difference. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, check out the blog. We've had a blog for a while, but we don't promote it as much as we should. So hopefully you'll find some helpful content there. And if there's something you want us to talk more about, we're more than happy to take requests or to take, I don't do a lot of guest blogging posts, but if you want to submit some content or an idea, I'm more than happy to take that or work with you on a post. No problem, Val. Unless you're streaming gaming, there is no need to stream at 60 frames per second. Yeah, that's a really good point. Thanks, Paul. You interview TV and film stars? That's so unbelievably cool. I love it. How did you get into that? I love hearing that. Oh, we have Kali on. I've been working out to your videos almost every day. I've been a little bit bad this week. What are we, Wednesday? I have some time to make it up. Hopefully tonight. But yeah, if you haven't yet checked out Chocolate Twist Yoga, it is awesome. And Kali's going to be doing a video tomorrow afternoon with us here on YouTube. So if you're looking, I think we're in May. We are in Mental Health Awareness Month. We all need to spend some more time taking care of ourselves, whether that's sitting down and reading a book, going for a walk outside, taking some time to stretch and breathe and be mindful of yourself and what you're feeling and how much we're all doing. I think it's just a really great time. So if you need that time to spend with us tomorrow, we'd love to have you. We're just going to be focusing on some mindfulness, taking some deep breaths and spending some time together. So hopefully you'll be able to hang out with us there. Loopback. Hey, Times Masquerade. How's it going? Yeah, Loopback's a good tool. I probably missed the initial question, but yeah, Loopback's great if you're trying to create a two-way audio circle or loop, I guess, for lack of a better word. So if you're trying to send audio from Ecamm into Zoom and then back again, or Ecamm into whatever your video or event platform is and back again, we have a discount for Loopback. So if you're like, oh yeah, I need some video routing help, you can email marketing@ecamm.com and we'll give you a $30 off coupon code for Loopback. If you just want to send your audio from Ecamm into Zoom because you're driving the show or controlling the show in Ecamm, you can use our virtual microphone. It's built in now to our pro level, so you can use the virtual camera and microphone together and send your video and your audio right through. So you don't need Loopback in that case. But if you want to bring it back again, if you want to create that full loop, then Loopback's a really great tool. Look at Sammy's helping you too. So yeah, let us know. Yeah, it could be a condenser mic, picks up everything. Yeah, it's usually in the mic somewhere. So I would do a bunch of testing to see what's causing it. Sometimes it's a cable. It's amazing how often it's a cable. So I would play around, but yeah, what mic is it? It would be great to know. I love it. I love the little conversations that are happening here. That's awesome. All right. Well, I don't see any more questions. So I'm going to jump into live demo mode and walk through some of the different features and take a look here at Ecamm if you're new or if you're jumping on. All right. Oh, hang on. We gotta answer Kali. You are always trying to get me into trouble here. What's new? What's new and coming? We're head down working on 4.0, which all of you, I think at this point, have a pretty good understanding of what's in this update. But in case you missed it, or in case you're newer to us, version 4.0 of Ecamm Live is due out this year. We don't have an exact deadline or due date. We just don't like to hold to those kinds of locked in parameters. But it's going to include native multi-streaming, so it'll allow you to go out to all the different channels that Ecamm lets you stream to individually right now, which is going to be hugely exciting for folks who want to be able to amplify their reach and get their videos out in front of more places. We've been doing a lot of work on integrations. So we've been working with a lot of different companies to try to make it easier for you to be able to use Ecamm to level up your video with a number of different kinds of tools, both in pre-production, production, and post-production. So you'll see a lot coming there. Video ISO, isolated video feeds. So if you're a podcaster and you're like, now we have video and we have isolated audio, but we don't have isolated video, that is on the horizon as well. Some interview updates, more to come in the interview space. Oh man, what else was there? I feel like there are other things I'm missing. I can't remember off the top of my head, but lots of stuff. The guys have been head down working hard. So I think it's going to be great. Yeah, cables. Cables. It never ceases to amaze me. There is such a wide range of cost in cables, and sometimes you're like, oh great, it's only a couple bucks for me to replace this cable. Take a look, or go with a brand that you know and trust, or go with the brand that is offered by the piece of gear that you have, so that you're getting a higher level or higher quality cable. Or if you're going to get a cheaper cable, get a few of them once you find one that's reliable, that you trust, so you have some backups nearby. Yeah. You thought it was an April Fool's joke. No, it's not an April Fool's joke. No, multi-streaming is coming. Glenn's been working really hard on it. So if you're not in the beta testing group and you're like so excited about multi-streaming, make sure that you jump into that group. You can find it on Facebook, Ecamm Live Beta. It's an open group. Anyone can join. Or you can go to ecamm.com/beta and that'll let you learn more about our beta program and download the beta version of the app. But you can run both the beta and the full version simultaneously, so you don't need to worry about, you can use whichever one you want when you want to use it. You can have both of them installed on your computer, no problem. Yeah, it's a good one. Ecamm for background grad designers. Yeah, ask your question a slightly different way so I make sure that I understand you. But yeah, we're very aware that like this flow, I realize I'm still in live demo mode here. Being able to design like these awesome backgrounds and a little bit more flexibility in templates has been a big ask too. So it's something we're looking into. This one here, this is like what's around me right now, was designed by Anna and Fulgens over at Building Blocks. Their link is in the description below me. And they designed it all in Ecamm, which is kind of amazing, actually. They're using text overlays to create all of this, and they did a pretty great job with it. But yeah, you can do a lot. You can also drag and drop anything in too. So it's pretty easy to build a scene. In fact, we should build a scene really, really quickly here. Let's build a scene. All right, I'm gonna down. Of course, we lose our fun music there, so that's sad. But if I move this out of the way, I have a whole bunch of my different gradients here, so you can literally drag and drop files in. And then once you have that, the easiest way I find to do it is to layer things on as you go. So that that background is there. Let's say I want my music back because I'm digging my music. Come over here and add my music back into my scene. And then I can come up here to overlays, and the camera overlays are going to give you a lot more functionality and control than trying to add the camera first and then build your background or your layouts around it. So I would say come over here to camera overlay. I'm using the Camlink 4K that's connecting this Sony a6400 camera here. And then you can just, you can control whatever size you want. I can set a different, this part always drives me nuts. All right, we go. Over here, I can control, maybe I don't want this background color. I want, everything's hiding on me today. Do, 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 do. There we go. No background, some background. Where does my guy keep going? Oh, he's over here. All right, I think white probably. And then maybe I want it a little tiny bit bigger. Dig in my radius there, maybe a little bit more there. And you can, you can mess with, maybe I want to be a squircle and make myself a little bit bigger here. And we now have these snap to grid lines. So I'm right in the middle. So there's, it's pretty easy to build a fairly easy scene. And then if I want to add my name, I can come in here. I'm gonna shift my mic away a little bit here. I can add that in there. And maybe now I want a background color for that. I want it to be white with purple text. Why not? So there you go. So I mean, I'm definitely not a designer, but this is my fairly easy scene. Doesn't really take me very long to be able to build it. Make it look however you want it to look, You can mess around. Like maybe I want to, I don't know, put my name down here, up here. This squircle shape is getting in my way. Maybe I want to come back here and make myself wide there so that it's more of a background. And then maybe I can put my name down here. And you can resize anything too if you want to pretty easily and shift it around. Mess around with that a little bit too. Maybe I want let's put my 100%. There we go. There we go. So it's a pretty easy scene. I'm gonna shoot over here again. Yeah. Excuse me. Drop me a note. So marketing@ecamm.com. I'd love to learn more. And yeah, let us know what we could be doing better to help out with podcasting. I know video podcasting, just continues to be a really big deal. So I'd love to learn more. I'm gonna hit mute. One sec. All right, the mic is a Rode Pod mic. I haven't used that one actually. I can't, but that is a pretty good mic. Tried with the Mackie USB mixer. The little hissing sound stays the same. And it sounds like it's the same regardless of what you're using it in. So you might want to reach out to Rode or try a different cable. I'm going to laugh at this question because my cable management in this space is absolutely terrible. Thankfully, we're in a pretty big space and it's usually just me, sometimes me and Ken, very rarely me and Ken and Glenn, and that's it for who's ever in this space. So I have nothing that's a tripping hazard. There are lots of great ways to kind of manage cables. There's lots of like ways to connect them together, or there's a lot of depending on your desk, they have the little kind of hammocks, cable hammocks. That's probably not all the right word. But you can attach it to the back of your desk, and then the cables lay in there and then go neatly down. Or gaffer's tape to be able to attach them to the floor in the correct place, or, pin them up under a table is always a good way to go. But yeah, I don't have a ton of great advice for you in that. I know you have a really different studio space too, because you're stretching out and moving all over the place. So I wish I did. I don't have a good. It was one thing we didn't get finished before Doc left, and I definitely have a sprawl of cables all over, but they're fairly restricted to this space where no one is walking through or where there's much of a trip hazard. So it works out pretty good. Yeah, we did. I know we did. We did it! We made it to 20,000 members this week. So hopefully you're a part of the Ecamm Live community. If you're not, you can find us on Facebook, Ecamm Live, and under the Facebook groups search. Come hang out with us. Come learn with us. Come share your wins and your successes. We love to hear more. I'm going to jump out of live demo mode since we have more questions coming through here. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a really good week. Thanks for getting in touch and sharing some great ideas with me this week. I really appreciate it. That's the goal, we're like, hey, 4.0, let's just break the internet. We don't need it. let's just break that internet. Get rid of it. I absolutely love it. I think that's going to be amazing. Sorry, just looking through. Yeah, I know, Paul. You know what? Such a small crew here today that I'm paying pretty close attention. I don't think I'm missing any, but... Hey, wait a second, Parker. Have you been here this entire time and you haven't been using Ecamm? I just assumed that you were Ecamm fam. You're still on the trial? How can we help you? You must know more than me at this point. I feel like you've been to most, if not all of our sessions. Background music. This is a really great question. I'm a big fan of Epidemic Sound. I knew very little about this before the amazing Luria from Live Streaming Pros gave me some suggestions, but I like Epidemic Sound for a couple of reasons. One, it's a huge catalog of music, and you can search by title, you can search by genre, you can search by season or types of music. It makes it just really easy to find music. I found today's jazzy background music in about 3 minutes before I jumped online. And you can download the full mix and then literally just drag and drop it right into your sound effects window here in Ecamm. And then I just lowered the volume down. Right now, my sound effects, here, let me shoot back over just so you can see it. Whoop. In live demo mode. So up here above me, you'll see my sound effects it's like sitting at like 13, whereas I'm breaking the rules according to Doc. Should be back down to 80. But yeah, it's much lower than my voice. So yeah, I think it makes really great background music. And it's, you don't run any risk of getting copyright infringements or any kind of issues, because when you subscribe to Epidemic Sound, you input all of your channels that you'll be using their music on, and so they are keeping you safe while you are streaming. So it's a great way to be able to add a little bit of texture to your videos without running the risk of getting those videos taken down or any kind of copyright strikes. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. I'll have you know that just as an FYI, we collect all of these super chats and all of our YouTube ad revenue, and we actually just roll it back out again to do surprise and delights on other people's channels. So I super appreciate it. You super chatting us allows us to super chat others who are just getting started or who have been creating some amazing content. So I super appreciate it. I hope you're having an amazing day. Hey, look at this. Keely's hanging out with us. In case you missed it, we are in the process of soft launching our new Discord server. So we are coming to Discord really, really soon. We're there. We're building a really great space, and we're excited to launch it in the next little bit for everyone to be able to access. Our Discord server is going to be additive to what we have right now. So we're not by any means getting rid of our community on Facebook. It's just going to give us an additional space to be able to hang out with folks, people who are not Facebook fans, or people who just love Discord, and also gives us a way to be able to let everyone have these subgroups. So if you're a podcaster, for example, you'll be able to hang out with other podcasters in your own podcasting space. If you're a church live streamer, you can hang out in your own church live streaming space rather than all of the groups that we have right now. So yeah, looking forward to Discord. Kelly's been doing a great job there. Thank you. I kind of feel like I'm babbling today, but that's all right. We're hanging out. Dr. Elo's in the house. You've been killing it. You've been killing it on LinkedIn. It's been so much fun watching all your content and seeing all of the amazing things that you've been doing. So happy to follow you there. If you're not following Dr. Elo on LinkedIn, yeah, you should be, because bringing the fire over there. Demo mode. I know we're in live demo mode and I'm not even doing any demos. So, but look at me. See, I'm playing sound effects. I'm rocking background music, which is new for me. So good question there. I know. So it took me like 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to find. It's different than my usual. I have my Ecamm fam jam, obviously. And I have Doc saying something stupid because reasons. And happy birthday, because obviously. And then our usual ridiculous song for when Jill's here. But since Jill's not here, I can't play our theme song, all from Epidemic Sound. So it's not really our theme song, but makes me feel sad to think that other people might have it as their theme song as well. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying the background music, and I think it would be really great for in the background of interviews, especially. I think it adds a nice touch, some layer and dimension to your video. So yeah, it's a great idea. Parker, what's the new Mac? I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for us that you'll be creating all kinds of content with Ecamm. That's so exciting. Yay! All right, what can I demo? I feel like most of you that are watching probably know more than I do at this point. I'm trying to see. I've been connecting more cameras. And sunglasses reminder for anyone that missed it earlier. Our new sunglasses are here. They're awesome. They're lightweight. They look like wood, which is super fun. And the UV on them is actually pretty fantastic. So if you're looking for a new set of sunglasses, I broke mine because I'm not the most careful person. So it was really good timing. My win is your win. So yeah, pick yourself up a pair. You can go over to merch.ecamm.com to grab a pair. Oh no, now I lost myself. Here I am. I'm back. And I think I forgot to follow up last time. So over the last couple of weeks that we've been doing live from the test studio, I've had all kinds of fun tech challenges, just to be able to help teach you all better. And so the first week, one of the challenges we had was internet connectivity, which is frustrating and kind of ridiculous since we are hardwired in here in the office. But the internet just went out. So there wasn't really a whole lot we could do about that. But we are looking into the PepWave, which Jill had recommended, along with potentially a hotspot, maybe a secondary internet connection that would allow us to be able then to use Speedify, our friends at Speedify, to be able to bond together our main one, our secondary one, and even my phone connection. So looking at a bunch of different options there. So when we figure out where we land there and we get something set up, we'll definitely run it through with everyone. And then the other weird issue that I had, which is totally user error, was that Ken shares this space with me, and he did an interview with Sammy. Shout out to Sammy. and he tweaked the camera a little bit, and one of our settings got changed. And so I know the Sony pretty well. Doc has walked me through it a few times. Diana and Luria, I've followed a bunch of their videos and have walked through our Sony a6400. Couldn't figure out what setting had been tweaked, and the camera quality just looked terrible. So I ended up going live using my built-in, as Jill calls it, my potato cam, which the quality on I have the new MacBook M1, and the quality on that was actually pretty decent. You know, obviously the lighting is great here in the studio, but yeah, I walked through, shout out to Monty Weaver, who had just an amazing video on how to set up your Sony a6400 for live streaming. So it took me about 3 minutes to watch that video all the way through. I think I posted it in the description of the video where I messed up. But yeah, if you have moments like that and you've bought yourself a little bit of extra time, a quick Google search or YouTube search will certainly help you out. Yeah, check out sunglasses. India's in the house. India has been nailing it with her Stream Deck course. If you don't have a Stream Deck yet, you should get one because they're really fun. Super, super fun. And they make it really easy to be able to do a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. I can switch cameras. Switch scenes, actually. This is my scene button, not my cameras, but same camera, different. Look at this. Same camera, different look and feel. You can mute your microphone. You can pause your video. You can finish your stream, start your stream. You can run a video. You can customize all the buttons on the Stream Deck. It's really kind of amazing what you can do with it. It works outside of Ecamm too, so you can use it to trigger actions in all kinds of different apps. But yeah, India's got a really great course about that called Ecamm on Deck. I'm sure Paul is probably going to drop the link here in the description if he hasn't already, because there's a delay, so I haven't seen it. But yeah, if he hasn't, you can swing on over. But there's a video here on our channel under the New This Week playlist that you can see. India and Doc did a great Stream Deck 5-year anniversary stream where they talked all about the Stream Deck and about how to use it with Ecamm and their pro tips. And Alec and India did a great session last night on the Stream Deck and the Loop Deck Live, which has knobs. I don't have mine in the office here. It's in the other office space, but the Loop Deck has knobs. So if you're like, I would like the Stream Deck, but with knobs, Loop Deck Live. Oh, I love it. You know what? We have so much fun. So I'm glad that you're able to hang out with us. There's the link, indiad.live/ecamm on deck. Check it out. We've had the Stream Deck integration for a really long time, and it just keeps getting better. And Elgato they're a great company. We were talking earlier in the stream about if you're just getting started and you're looking for a starter kit, or you're bringing on a client and you need them to look better than what's in their built-in camera. The Elgato Face Cam, the Elgato Wave 3, their key lights, their Stream Deck, their green screen. A lot of those things are just awesome and really reliable products, really great gear, and they have an awesome team, so really supportive. Yeah, exactly. Today, I'm going to be India. You're. One of those, right, India? I'm not as cool as you. I can try. I'm just not as cool as you. But yeah, I can probably learn a bit more about Stream Deck. I'm like looking at my Stream Deck right now and realizing that I haven't actually updated it very much at all. I have like the most basic possible settings on it. I can see how many people are watching. I can mute myself. I can change scenes and pause and finish and share my screen. It's like very, very rudimentary. I don't even have cool custom buttons yet. I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need some Stream Deck help to be able to get it set up. But I have to say that I'm really enamored with my big red button. I talked with the company that makes these, and they do them in different colors. So I'm really excited about that because I can boom, 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 boom. So ours is red, which is cool. I mean, a red big button, it's pretty awesome, but maybe they could help us do an orange one. So I'm excited about that. And they can maybe even put our logo inside it so that when I hold it up, it has the Ecamm E and I can slam it. And I'm pretty darn excited about that. It's the little things. Oh no, someone got denied to sign up for the webinar for India's webinar. She's right here in the chat. She'll be able to help you out. I don't know why you'd be denied to sign up for a webinar. I doubt it. It's got to be a weird quirk. We'll get you in. We'll get you in and hooked up. What else can I show you here? We've been talking a ton about like video setup, how to get started. If you're new to Ecamm, what you want to always do is swing over here into your preferences and really just take a look at all of these different preferences. We're constantly updating these. So actually, I'm saying if you're new, you should do on a regular basis, you should check these preferences, because I feel like Ken and Glenn are constantly slipping in different updates and tweaks and features here into this area that often many of us miss. So doing a regular double check here in your preferences and shooting across all of these different tabs here is just going to make sure that you're not missing anything that could make your streams better or more efficient, or increasing or decreasing the quality depending on what you're doing. So yeah, it's worth shooting across here. I haven't messed yet with any of my shortcuts. That's probably next on my list of what we should take a look at. But yeah, always take a look at the preferences. That's a great way to get kind of back on track. Profiles are a really great thing as well. We've been talking about those over the last couple of weeks. I can't do much right now while I'm live to be able to show you profiles, but you can build new profiles. You can duplicate them. They basically hold everything that you need within a show or an event, for example. So you can see I have a ton of them here. We're in the live from the test studio profile. We have all of these amazing scenes over here that we can shoot back and forth between. Yeah, it makes it just really easy to control everything. And you can export a profile. So if, for example, when my internet went out, I could have easily exported all of my my profile for Live from the Test Studio, and I could have shot it over to Jill using my Wi-Fi hotspot from my phone to be able to get the files over to her, and she would have been able to load them up into her Ecamm and been ready to go with all the same branding and the same files ready to go. So yeah, they're a really great way to collaborate and work together and keep everything all organized. Sound levels, we mostly know and understand. I'm rocking the Rodecaster Pro today. I'm connected by XLR cable, but this mic, the MV7, connects either by USB or XLR. So I do both, or either, depending on what my mood is like. But I've been trying to get better with the Rodecaster, so this is me testing and playing around. Yeah, there we go. Paul's gonna help out. So if you're having issues, he's got you. He'll be there to help you out. I'm gonna jump out of live demo mode. All right, we're getting there. If any other questions come up, definitely throw those through. More than happy to walk through anything or answer anything that you want to know. Quick reminder that we have Stephanie Liu hosting a new season of Showrunner. If you've been wondering more about live selling, live shopping, Amazon Live, how it all works, whether or not it's possible to be a producer behind the scenes, what it's like to be someone on camera doing this. Stephanie's covering it all. This is a mini series that's running from now until the end of June. We are also doing a live selling event with our partners at Press and Sew. So we were talking earlier today about our sunglasses, and we will have a bunch of fun products that we'll be doing a live selling event just to be able to show you what live selling can look like. We're doing that on Facebook Live, and that's coming up in beginning of June. If you want to get reminders and get access to that live selling event, as well as to a exclusive, completely free workshop, you're going to want to go to ecamm.tv/live selling and drop your email in. We'll send you email reminders. And we'll also give you access to a bunch of freebies and everything in the world of live selling. We won't spam you, I promise. We're literally just going to send along files that are relevant to this show into the world of live selling, as well as access into that workshop, where you'll be able to talk to some of the different live selling platforms, as well as some experts in those spaces. So I think it'll be a really great experience. And if you haven't yet, Diana Gladney is just incredible. She would have nailed this Ask Me Anything much better than what I'm doing right now. So if you haven't yet, you should check out her Ecamm Simplified series. It's here on on the YouTube channel in its own playlist. It's also on our video hub. So if you go ecamm.tv/simple, you'll find the entire playlist. You can work your way through those videos, or you can just do a search for any keyword and you will find the answer and the videos, including like the exact timestamp of where she or anyone who's doing our videos answers your question for you. It's a really great resource. So if you're just getting started or you want, some pro tips, Diana's series actually also walks you through how to set up a camera for live streaming. She does an entire run through using the Sony ZV-E10, which is a really popular live streaming camera. So if you're wanting to get started, I can't recommend this series enough. All right, shooting back over here. So I have my background music. It looks like we have Johnny on. Yeah, no problem. So, if you're just jumping in, or you've been here for a while, but you are unaware that we have a perks page, we have a lot of friends. We're lucky to have a lot of friends who have amazing companies and products and services. And if we have discount codes for any of them, we have them for a lot of companies. We put them up on the Ecamm perks page. You can find that on it's just a link off of our blog. So it's ecamm.com/blog/perks. And the password, don't tell anyone. The password is ecammfamperks, all one word. And that'll let you in and you'll be able to unlock a whole bunch of discounts. And we have discounts on Restream and TubeBuddy and Camo and Speedify and everything in between. Loopback, you need to email me because those are individual codes, but I'm pretty quick at getting back to you. So if you drop me an email, marketing@ecamm.com, I'll grab you that loopback code and we'll get that over to you as quickly as possible. We also have audio hijack codes. If you're like really in the world of audio, I have codes for either loopback or audio hijack. You can use a code on each. I'll give you one for each, but I don't have any codes for bundles. So if you're looking at a bundle, you're already going to save some money. So I don't have any specific codes for that. I made Paul drop in all the links, you guys. All right, here's the video hub, videos.ecamm.com. Ecamm simplified, ecamm.tv/simple, the perks page. I need a shorter link for this, but ecamm.com/blog/perks. Hopefully we'll be able to get that a little bit shorter soon and a little bit easier to find. But password ecammfamperks, all one word, all lowercase, will unlock that and let you in. Oh my goodness, it is almost 5 o'clock. I don't even know how it's possible that time goes by this fast, especially all by myself. Thanks for hanging out with me, asking questions, making me smile. I forgot to grab a screen grab for it. Sorry, but tomorrow, right after Showrunner, so tune in, Showrunner, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. And then at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're just going to take some time. We're just going to take some time away from work, away from family, away from friends and the dog and the cat and the noise and all of the chaos of life. Spend some time focusing on ourselves and our mental health and breathing and mindfulness. Kali from Chocolate Twist Yoga is leading that session for us right here on the Ecamm YouTube channel. I hope you'll join us. I think it's super important. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's really important to us here at Ecamm. We've been really thinking through ways that we can unplug a little bit. I know we're a technology company. We're all addicted to our devices, addicted to live streaming, addicted to video creation and content creation and answering emails and social posts, everything in between. But if you have the time to unplug a little bit, or if you're not going to unplug, then switch over your video, over to something where you can spend some time focused on yourself, do some yoga, do some breathing, just close your eyes and listen to some meditation or some music that calms you down. Go out and grab a walk, spend some time petting your cats and snuggling your dogs and hanging out with family and friends away from everything else. But however you can recenter yourself, find a way to recenter yourself, because it's really important that we take time for ourselves. And mindfulness. Yeah, here we go. So grab that link, hang out with us. Mindfulness to win the day. Kali is going to lead a great session. And if you're unable to make it tomorrow, no problem. All of our videos are always available on replay. If you miss them, they are here on YouTube. They usually also end up on our video library, videos.ecamm.com. Oh, there you go. Keely's helping out. Yeah, we'll get you hooked up. So if you're not able to get in, maybe it's a firewall. That's a really great That's a really great point. Sometimes there can be firewalls. You can always email India. Maybe India, you're able to drop your email address or contact into the comments so that we can get that hooked up. But it's a great course. If India's not around anymore, you can always email marketing@ecamm.com. I'll connect you in so that you're able to reach out and get signed up for that course. It's a good one. Oh, look at Paul. Paul's got our user guide. So if you're old school like this person and you want to read your way through a guide or be able to search through or scan through to find what you're looking for in text and images, we do have a full guide that you can walk your way through with Ecamm. Learn.ecamm.com is the way. Oh no, Paul, you made a mistake. Oh my goodness. Where is my? Oh, hang on, just for you.
Uh-oh, I done did something stupid.
Uh-oh, I done something stupid. Is that you? No, never. Paul's amazing. All right, well, I think I am going to sign off. If you have any other questions, I am always available. You can reach me at marketing@ecamm.com. You can find me in the Ecamm community, ecamm.tv/community, in our new Discord server coming soon. Hope to see you all there. On these live streams every Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. We are actually going to take a break next week, so you will not see us here next week, but we'll be back the following week with lots more content. We have a bunch of friends who are on their way out to VidFest and PodFest, so safe travels to all of our friends that are heading out to that event. We cannot wait to hear all of the amazing updates that are coming from that space. Jeff C. from Social Media News Live and Ian Anderson Gray are going to be there along with a ton of our other friends. We'll be sure to share some behind the scenes and some fun content. And hopefully we'll see at least some of you at Podcast Movement in August, as well as some of the amazing and exciting events coming up in the fall. But thanks for hanging out with me, and we will hang out again soon. Thanks, Alec. All right, I'll swing over to my closing screen. Let's see here. We're here. Bye, everyone. Thanks for spending the time, and we'll see you next week here in the test studio.
I hold on to this storm 'cause I need to be swept away